toward having this courage to hope in a hopeless place. And every visit, every letter, every time I was able to call home, every time I received any kind of mail from the outside, from a friend or my family, it was a reminder that I am somebody, because being in prison alone in and of itself and having such a lengthy sentence is constantly chipping away at your existence. You are nobody. You don't matter. 1 year goes by. You are nobody. You don't matter. 5 years go by. And people die. People stop writing. And people stop sending pictures, and they stop sending money as the time progresses. And you start to wonder, did I ever matter? Did I ever live on the street for 21 years before I came to prison? Like, what's real and what's a dream? Was I always here? Because the pieces of myself that I left out there before I came to prison, they're starting to get blurry. They're starting to fade, like Polaroid flicks. So you got this war going on in your head about who am I and who do I matter to. So the more I'm slipping that way, they call my name for a visit, and that sets me up straight.
Mm-hmm.
And then the more I'm slipping that way, they call my name because I got a letter from somebody, and that sets me up straight again. So the gravity of being incarcerated is constantly pressing me down. But my family's insistence upon showing up and supporting me was constantly pulling me back up. And eventually, with persistence and consistency, the pulling me up factor began to get stronger. And it was harder and harder to push me down. Now I'm getting my own legs up under me also. And now I'm becoming more and more immovable. And getting out of prison mattered less. What mattered more was saying I am somebody. Yes, I'm here. I've been here 5 years. I've been here 10 years, but I'm still somebody. And I'm sitting up straight now. And I'm looking people in the eye now. And my dignity is being restored. And while that's going on, getting out of prison was taking care of itself. And I didn't even know it. Because that mattered less. What mattered was, you haven't died. You didn't kill yourself. So you have decided to try to live through this, or live while in this place. So live with a sense of self.
Did you read a lot while you?
Absolutely.
What was some of
my favorite books?
Yeah, some of your favorite books.
Sidney Poitier, Measure of a Man. Arthur Ashe, Days of Grace. Nelson Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom. Viktor Frankl's Mankind, Search for Meaning. Bruce Lee, which is one of my favorites. I can name a whole list of his books.
Be Like Water.
Be Like Water.
Yeah,
man. That philosophy carried me. So it was so many pieces that I gathered from a lot of different things. Kind of like Jeet Kune Do is a bunch of different things compiled into a style. So many different pieces and suggestions and advice from this movement of support that I gained worked together to establish a foundation that I could sit up on, and then I could stand up on, and then I could walk on. And excuse me. And I was going through this evolution. It was like a rebirth. You know, in the Christian faith, it talks about what it means to be born again. I experienced that. Because I died when the judge sentenced me at 21 years old. My soul died. However,
did you wild out when they said, because I'm just, you'll be different in the situation, but if somebody said that to me, my personality, I'll be like, yo, what?
I was
like, how was you when they
paralyzed with shock? Internally, I did all of that, but I didn't have, my muscles were so weak and limp from the fatigue
of just hearing it.
Damn. I couldn't move, man. I was paralyzed with shock, man. I really couldn't move, man. I was catatonic. Like, I can't believe this has happened to me. And I didn't take the onus of responsibility off myself. How did I let my life get to this point? What did I ever do to get in this kind of situation? And I'm used to being in situations where I can move myself out of in one way or another. This was immovable. I didn't have a resource. I didn't have a phone call to make. I didn't have a trump card to play. So I took it on the chin, man. And in the words of most fighters, particularly Mike Tyson, everybody got a plan until they get punched in the mouth.